Women don't think about love the same way men do. What draws them in, what keeps them attached, and what makes them lose interest, it all operates on a level most men never fully understand. This is why so many guys feel confused when a woman suddenly pulls away, loses attraction, or seems drawn to men who don't treat her nearly as well. The truth is, attraction isn't about logic. It's about psychology. Women don't fall for men just because they're nice, available, or always putting in effort. They respond to something deeper, something instinctual. And if you don't know how this works, you'll always feel like you're one step behind, trying to figure out what went wrong. This video breaks down 7 powerful truths about female psychology and love, things that most men overlook. You'll learn why women test men, what triggers their deepest attraction, and why the way you carry yourself matters more than anything you say. By the time we're done, you'll have a completely different perspective, not just on women, but on yourself as a man. And once you understand these principles, everything about dating and relationships will start making sense. Let's get into it. Before we start the video, I want to remind you that my exclusive online course on mastering the dating game is available now. If you've been learning from my YouTube videos, you're only scratching the surface. This course goes deeper, teaching you everything you need to know about the dating game, from approaching a woman to building real attraction. We just completed section 4 in the course, and these insights aren't shared anywhere else. It's easy to access with multiple secure payment options. There are only 5 discounted slots remaining using the promo code. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or check the link in the description to enroll now before the offer is gone. 1. Women love strength, not kindness. A man can be the nicest guy in the world, but if he lacks strength, he will never be truly desired. Women may appreciate kindness, but they don't chase it. What they are drawn to is a man who stands firm, moves with confidence, and doesn't let his emotions control him. The mistake many men make is thinking that if they are always available, always accommodating, and always putting her first, she will love them more. But in reality, the opposite happens. The more a man gives without standing his ground, the less she values him. Women don't want a man who seeks their approval. They want a man who leads. This isn't about being cold or unkind. It's about balance. A man who is kind but also firm in his beliefs, decisions, and actions commands respect. Without that respect, attraction fades. Women test men all the time, not necessarily to manipulate, but to see what kind of man they are dealing with. If she pushes him, questions his choices, or tries to sway his opinion, and he immediately backs down or scrambles to please her, she sees weakness. And weakness is never attractive. Take this situation. A woman asks a man to cancel his plans because she wants to see him. A weak man drops everything instantly, thinking this will impress her. A strong man, however, values his own time and responds, "I'd love to see you, but I already have plans. Let's meet another time." That simple act of prioritizing himself over immediate validation makes her respect him more. It shows that his world doesn't revolve around her, and that makes him more desirable. Strength also applies to emotional control. Many men believe that showing deep emotions too soon or constantly expressing their feelings will make a woman feel closer to them. But women are not attracted to men who are emotionally unpredictable or overly expressive. They are drawn to men who can handle pressure, who don't let small things shake them, and who remain composed no matter what. When a woman sees that a man is in control of himself, she naturally feels more secure around him. The men who effortlessly attract women are the ones who are kind, but not weak, generous, but not desperate, respectful, but not afraid to say no. These men never seek validation because they already know their worth, and that quiet, unshakable confidence is what keeps a woman truly interested. 2. Emotions control attraction, not logic. A woman doesn't choose who she falls for based on logic. She doesn't sit down with a checklist, weigh the pros and cons, and make a rational decision about who she should be with. Her attraction is fueled by emotions, how a man makes her feel in the moment. This is why so many men get frustrated when they do everything right, but still end up ignored or rejected. They think that if they're stable, responsible, and treat her well, she should naturally choose them. But attraction doesn't work like that. Women don't fall for a man because he's a good guy on paper. They fall for the man who triggers their emotions. This is why women can be drawn to men who don't treat them well or who seem unavailable. It's not about logic. It's about the emotional roller coaster. A man who is unpredictable, confident, and keeps her guessing will spark more attraction than a man who is always present, always agreeable, and never challenges her. A woman might say she wants a nice guy, but what she truly desires is a man who excites her emotions. She wants to feel the thrill of uncertainty, the rush of anticipation, and the deep satisfaction of winning a man's attention, not just receiving it without effort. When a man is too predictable, too safe, and too easy to read, she may appreciate him, but she won't desire him. Men often assume that if they show consistency, reliability, and devotion, a woman will naturally recognize their value. But attraction isn't about recognizing value. It's about feeling it. She has to experience an emotional connection that pulls her toward a man. Consider this scenario. A woman is texting two men. One always responds immediately with polite, predictable messages. The other sometimes takes his time, keeps conversations playful, and doesn't always give direct answers. The first man provides stability, but there's no emotional tension. The second man, however, makes her curious, eager, and even slightly frustrated, all of which make her think about him more. Attraction thrives on emotional highs and lows, not on a straight line of predictability. This is why men who are too available often find themselves overlooked. A woman must feel like she is earning a man's attention, not simply receiving it without effort. Men who rely on logic to win women over often find themselves confused when things don't go their way. But men who understand the power of emotion never struggle to attract, because they know that in the game of love, feelings always win over facts. 3. Women. Test men constantly. A woman will never fully trust a man she hasn't tested. This isn't something she consciously plans, it's instinctual. Whether she realizes it or not, she is constantly assessing his strength, his confidence, and his ability to handle pressure. These tests come in different forms: a sudden mood swing, a sarcastic remark, or even an unreasonable demand just to see how he reacts. Many men see these moments as unfair, unnecessary, or even manipulative, but that's the wrong way to look at them. A woman doesn't test a man because she wants to frustrate him. She does it because she needs to feel secure in his strength. If she can shake him, if she can make him doubt himself, she loses confidence in him. And when a woman loses confidence in a man, attraction starts to fade. This is why men who constantly try to please women often fail. They think that by always agreeing, always being available, and always prioritizing her needs, they will win her over. But in reality, this only weakens their position. A woman doesn't respect a man who lets her control him. She respects the one who stands firm, no matter how much she tests him. These tests can be small and subtle, like teasing him to see if he gets defensive, or they can be bigger, like creating unnecessary drama just to see how he handles it. A man who understands this will never overreact. He won't argue or try to explain himself endlessly, because he knows that's exactly what she doesn't want. What she wants, what she truly desires, is a man who remains calm, confident, and in control. This is why women are drawn to men who don't react emotionally to their every mood. A man who stays centered, no matter what she throws at him, communicates something powerful. He is unshakable. And that's what she truly wants. A man who can handle her at her worst without losing himself in the process. Attraction isn't just about looks, money, or status. A woman may be impressed by those things at first, but if a man can't hold his own under pressure, none of it matters. She will eventually push, question, and challenge him in small ways to see if he's as strong as he appears. If he crumbles, she may still stay with him, but her respect will diminish. And once respect is gone, attraction isn't far behind. Men who understand this don't fear these tests. They expect them. They don't overreact. They don't seek validation, and they don't change their position just to please her. Instead, they stay firm in who they are, and in doing so, they earn something far greater than just attraction. They earn a woman's deep, unshakable respect. This is why the most powerful men in history, the ones women admire the most, are those who never waver. They don't chase approval, they don't let emotions control them, and they certainly don't let a woman's tests dictate their actions. They remain grounded, focused, and in control. And that's what separates them from the men who are easily discarded. 4. She craves a challenge, not comfort. A woman doesn't fall for the man who makes everything too easy. She may appreciate his kindness, enjoy his attention, and even like the way he treats her. But deep down, none of that excites her. What truly sparks attraction is the man she has to earn, the one who challenges her, the one who doesn't just hand himself over on a silver platter. Too many men believe that by being readily available, overly accommodating, and always saying yes, they will win a woman's heart. But that's not how attraction works. When something comes too easily, it's human nature to take it for granted. Women are no different. The man who is always there, who makes no demands, and who never pushes back is the man she will eventually lose interest in. Think about it. Why do women obsess over the men they can't fully figure out? The ones who seem interested but don't smother them? The ones who can give attention but also pull back when necessary? It's because these men create a sense of unpredictability. They spark curiosity. They make her feel like she has to work for their time, their approval, and their affection. This isn't about playing games or being manipulative. It's about understanding that desire is fueled by uncertainty. If a woman knows exactly where she stands with a man at all times, she may feel safe, but she won't feel that deep attraction. The strongest connections are built on a mix of closeness and distance, enough warmth to make her feel wanted, but enough space to make her chase. Men who don't understand this often end up in the friend zone. They believe that being the perfect, easygoing, always agreeable guy will set them apart. Instead, it makes them forgettable. Women may like these men, but they don't desire them. The men who leave a lasting impact are the ones who keep her on her toes, not by being rude or distant, but by having their own standards, their own priorities, and their own sense of value. A woman's interest isn't something a man should constantly work to maintain. It should be the other way around. She should feel the need to impress him, to win him over, to keep his attention. When a man sets the bar high, when he doesn't just hand over his time and energy without her proving she's worth it, she sees him as valuable. And the moment she sees him as valuable, everything changes. She stops taking him for granted and starts chasing him. She starts wondering what he's thinking, how he feels, and what she can do to earn more of his attention. That's when she truly invests in the relationship. Not because he begged for it, not because he gave her everything up front, but because he made her feel something most men never do, a desire to win him. 5. Love is conditional for women. Many men assume that once a woman falls in love, that love is permanent, that no matter what happens, she will remain loyal because of shared history, past sacrifices, and deep emotional connections. But the truth is, women love differently than men. Their love isn't built on logic or past efforts. It's based on how they feel in the moment. This is why men often get blindsided when a woman suddenly pulls away. They think, but I was always there for her. I gave her everything. I treated her well. What they fail to realize is that a woman doesn't love based on past actions. She loves based on how a man makes her feel now. Men are more likely to love unconditionally. A man can stay deeply attached to a woman even if she changes physically, gains weight, or stops putting in effort. He remembers who she was, what they had, and holds on to that bond. But women don't operate like that. Their love is tied to respect, attraction, and excitement. If a man becomes weak, insecure, or loses his ambition, she will feel differently about him. And when that feeling changes, so does her love. This is why you hear women say, "I just don't feel the same way anymore." She might not even understand why. She just knows something is missing. The connection that once made her drawn to a man has faded, and instead of trying to rationalize it, she follows her emotions. This doesn't mean women are incapable of deep love. It just means their love is conditional. It depends on what they experience in the moment. She stays because she respects him. She loves him because he excites her. She is loyal because she feels connected. The moment those emotions disappear, her love starts to fade, no matter how much history they have. This is why a man should never take a woman's love for granted. Just because she once loved him deeply, doesn't mean she always will. He must remain the man she was attracted to in the first place, the one with purpose, confidence, and emotional control. Women don't stay out of obligation. They don't stay because of how much a man gave them. They stay because of how he makes them feel today. If a man understands this, he won't waste time trying to buy love or beg for loyalty. He will simply remain the kind of man she doesn't want to lose. 6. Attention is her currency. Men today are throwing away their power, and they don't even realize it. They flood women with attention, liking every post, sending endless texts, validating her at every turn, then wonder why they are ignored or disrespected. Wake up. The more freely you give something, the less it is valued. And attention is no exception. A woman doesn't crave just any attention. She craves attention from a man she respects. That's why she might ignore the guy who compliments her daily, but chase the one who barely acknowledges her. She knows that validation is easy to get from most men, but when it comes from a man who is selective, it actually means something. This is why men who chase women often get treated like an afterthought. When a man positions himself as just another guy willing to worship her, he becomes disposable. He's no different from the hundreds of others doing the same thing. Meanwhile, the man who knows his worth, who doesn't hand out attention like candy, is the one who stands out. Many men don't realize they're being used. She may never be interested in you romantically, but she enjoys the attention. She likes knowing there's someone ready to hype her up whenever she wants a confidence boost. And while you're busy trying to impress her, she's probably focused on a man who barely gives her the time of day. It's time to stop acting like a fan and start behaving like a man with options. Women are naturally drawn to men who have a strong sense of purpose, men who don't make a woman the center of their world. If your attention is too easy to get, it's worthless to her. But if it's something she has to earn, it suddenly becomes valuable. This isn't about playing games or being cold. It's about self-respect. Ask yourself, are you giving your attention to women who actually deserve it? Or are you throwing it at every woman who gives you the slightest bit of interest? A high-value man doesn't seek validation from women. He gives validation to himself by working on his goals, his mindset, and his mission. He moves through life with confidence, and because of that, women naturally gravitate toward him. The bottom line is this: if you treat your attention like it's worthless, so will she. Stop giving it away for free. Make her earn it, and watch how differently women respond to you. 7. She's drawn to a man on a mission. Women don't fall in love with a man simply because he's nice, available, or endlessly devoted to her. She falls for the man who is going somewhere in life, who has a purpose beyond her. The moment a man makes a woman his entire world, he unknowingly lowers his value in her eyes. This is where so many men fail. They think that if they give a woman all their time, attention, and energy, she will appreciate it. But the opposite happens. She starts to lose respect. She may not even realize it consciously, but deep down, she feels less attraction for a man who lacks direction. A woman doesn't want to be the center of a man's life. She wants to join a man who already has a life worth being part of. She doesn't dream about the guy who texts her all day, waiting for her to respond. She fantasizes about the man who is too busy building something meaningful to be glued to his phone. A man on a mission excites her because his energy is focused on something bigger than just chasing her. And let's be clear, this isn't about ignoring women or playing games. It's about having a purpose that drives you. Women respect a man who stands for something, who is passionate about his goals, and who refuses to let anyone, including her, distract him from them. When a woman sees that you are deeply committed to your vision, it creates a natural pull. She wants to be part of your world, not the sole focus of it. The biggest mistake a man can make is giving up his ambitions to prioritize a woman. The moment she realizes that you need her more than you need your own goals, the attraction starts to die. She may not say it outright, but she will feel it. No woman wants a man whose entire identity revolves around keeping her happy. If you've ever noticed that women are drawn to successful, busy men, this is why. It's not just about money or status, it's about drive. A man who is obsessed with his mission is naturally attractive because he embodies strength, leadership, and determination. So, if you're struggling in relationships, ask yourself, are you chasing women or are you chasing your purpose? Because the truth is, when you commit fully to your mission, the right women will chase you. At the end of the day, a woman doesn't love you for who you are. She loves you for what you represent. That's the harsh truth most men don't want to hear. If you're the kind of man who inspires respect, attraction, and admiration, she will fall for you. If you're the kind of man who bends over backward for her, waiting for validation, she will walk all over you. Most men are too afraid to accept this reality. They want to believe that love is unconditional, that just being a good guy is enough. But look around. Who are the men that women chase? It's never the ones who prioritize them above everything else. It's the men who have options, who are driven, who hold their ground no matter how beautiful she is. If anything in this video made you think differently about how women operate, drop a comment below. Share your experiences, whether you've been on the receiving end of this reality or if you've already mastered it. I want to hear from you, and I'll be responding. This is not about bitterness. It's about understanding the game and playing it right. Stop waiting for women to validate you. Become the man they can't ignore. If you're serious about mastering the dating game, don't miss out on my exclusive online course. We go beyond what's covered in these videos, giving you powerful insights from the first approach to lasting attraction. Only 5 discounted slots remain, and it's easy to enroll with secure payment options. Visit stoicapproachtolife.podia.com or simply click the link in the description to secure your spot. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action now and start transforming your dating life today.